Okay, you lot, so today we are making a tiny bit of a different video. Usually with all my blueprints, they are based around a single item. However, with WULING, due to the limited production of XIRANITE that we have, I saw a lot of requests for not just having the battery, not just having the component, but having a blueprint that has both of them at once, right? Unfortunately, it is not possible to do it at 100% efficiency, simply due to the game not providing us enough XIRANITE at the moment. However, I did the next best thing, and that is having essentially split it into half. So instead of having two batteries, I have a blueprint that produces one battery, and on top of that, instead of producing components at 100% efficiency, they are being produced at 50% efficiency, but they are producing both the battery and the components at the same time. And yeah, let's get right into it. Now, personally, I have to say I'm very happy how this turned out, because this blueprint actually fits in the smallest base that is available. As you can see, if I select the area, ignore the bridge, this is just something I used to mark the 40 by 40 area, right? So that I wouldn't be able to go outside of it. But yeah, the whole system fits into the 40 by 40, and as you can see, it also uses the HQ for it. So yes, you will be able to easily fit this into the smallest base as soon as you unlock WULING, given of course the requirements that you do have the correct trees unlocked. So of course, because this uses 2 Forge of the Skies, you will need to have at least this, and because it does use the depot bus port, you will need to have this unlocked, on top of course other technologies that have items in this game, such as like the fluid flowing and all of that, right? Now, the blueprints themselves, they are split into two parts, so there will be the left and the right side. In total, to power this machine, you will need 240 originium per minute. You will need sandleaf plants, you will need either Jinkao or Yazen plants, whichever ones you have. And in total, in terms of energy requirements, you will need 870 of these. Or not these rather, but 870 power to power it up. However, do not worry, because we are producing batteries, and I have a battery going into the thermal bank for you to sustain the whole build. Now, as always, NA and EU codes will be in the description, but for anyone in the Asia server that wants to copy it, here's a little overview of the blueprint itself. So the right side here, and then the rest of the right side here. You can feel free to pause the video at any moment. For the left side, here it is. So this is the bottom left part, I guess. Then we have the bottom right part, and then we have the top right part, and we have the top left part, right? This is the blueprint. I will also showcase how it looks in here. So if we just turn off all of this that distracts us. So yeah, this is the bottom left part, I guess, all the way until the top of the HQ. Then we have the bottom what's it called, right part. Then we have the top right part. I'll showcase that in just a second. Yeah, as you can see, this is the very top. And then we have the very top left part, and this is somewhere along the lines of top middle part, right? So yeah, hopefully you're able to pause the video and see in case it's needed. But yeah, as you can see, the final product is there is one battery production working at full efficiency. So as soon as one is done, the next one is instantly getting produced. These batteries are being smartly fed into the protocol stash. So in total, it produces 4 every 40 seconds. 3 of them are getting fed into the protocol stash, and the last one is going into the thermal bank. As you can see, as soon as the power from one finishes, another one will come into the thermal bank, and you will have 100% uptime on your energy. This is very easy to do with just 2 splitters, because we have 4 coming in here. 2 will go into the protocol, 2 go there, then we splitting those 2, 1 and 1. So essentially one of them is going here, and the other 3 are going into the storage. As you can see, the battery is coming, this one is about to finish, and as soon as this one finishes, we'll have a new battery in here, and it instantly starts using energy, right? The other part is, of course, the gearing unit, right, which produces XIRANITE components. Now, unfortunately, because of the amount of XIRANITE this needs to work at full efficiency, you are not able to sustain both the XIRANITE component and the battery component at once, right? Like, even if I did a full build over the whole map, is just simply not possible because we're only able to boost a very limited amount of XIRANITE at the moment in patch 1.0. So yeah, this building is going to be working at half efficiency. That's the reason I supplied both XIRANITE and packed Origo Crust only for half efficiency, right? In total, you would need to have 2 belts of both XIRANITE and Origo Crust going into it, but for now we can only sustain half of it, so I only fed 1 belt of each, right? And also the best part about this is, besides the fact that it fits into the smallest base, it only uses one of these debugged boss parts, and I on purpose left some space for you, so in case you increase your base size and you want to do other builds, right, you can easily expand this section like this. So even do a debugged boss station and just keep expanding it to the left side, or you can expand it to the bottom, whichever direction you choose to. Yeah, I just tried to make it future proof. I didn't want to place this somewhere in the middle where you would essentially place this blueprint but not be able to use it for anything else at all. So yeah, not only is it producing that, but it's also allowing you to easily expand to the rest of the base once you unlock the full size, because as you can see, the base itself, once you expand it, is absolutely massive, right? Even bigger than the valley for hub. Now let's quickly look into how this works. So in total, we'll need 8 Origo Crust outputs. So before you place it, make sure that all of these are changed to Originium ore, right? And you'll also need 2 additional stashes. If you didn't know, you can actually place these. It doesn't have to be like fully in here. It can be placed on the corner as long as at least one tile is touching the storage depot. It will work, right? So as you can see, first of all, let's cover, I guess, the battery part, right? So for the batteries, we have 6 of these Originiums are being fed into the shredder. So 2 shredders here, 1 shredder here, and the 3 shredders on this side. And all of those shredded dust are being fed into 3 grinding units. So 1 here, 1 here, and the third one is going here, right? All of these also need sand leaf powder. So there is a shredder powering all 3, as you can see, 1 going here, and 2 of the belts going into there and there. And then all 3 of these items is being fed into the battery production for the dense Originium powder. Now for XIRANITE, if you looked at any of my previous WULING blueprints, very similar thing, right? So essentially it all starts with the plant production. So as you can see, there is a plant duplicator both here and here. I'll also show you how to place all of the plants to start this factory going in just a second, right? But yeah, one of the plants are being fed into the defining units. Again, if you haven't checked my videos before, there is a hidden recipe where you're actually able to produce 2 carbon at once from a single plant, because if you don't unlock this recipe, it will actually not show up in the recipe book, and you may think that sandleaf is the best plant to get carbon, but that's actually not the case. Both the Yazen and the Jinkao plants are actually able to produce 2 of them at once, and both of those are being fed into the shredders for the carbon powder, right? Then both of those powders are being fed into grinding units, and along with 1 sand leaf, which is being fed into both as well, as you can see. And the same identical thing on the other side, so all of those being fed into grinders, plant duplicator here, and a shredding duplicator, which is going a bit of a long way, but this is the only space where I had some free real estate to place these. So yeah, a long bridge, but in the end, as you can see, still are producing the same, right? And then after that, all of those are being fed into that fining unit to make stabilized carbon, which is the final material needed for XIRANITE, along with the water, which we are taking from the pumps as well. So yeah, 2 of these are working, as you can see, and the XIRANITE being fed into the final building. So 1 for the battery, being from here into the final battery build, and the other one fed from here into the component build. Now for the components, this one is relatively simple because we're only producing half efficiency. We need a very low amount of items, so 2 iridium ore first into the finers, then into the shredders to make what's it called? I believe it is origo crust powder. One thing to note, I almost mixed these up. There are 2 types of iridium powder. As you can see, one of them is sort of like darker and the other one is brighter. So yeah, that's something I learned very recently. But yeah, 2 of these are being fed into the grinder alongside the sand leaf powder, where we're producing dense origo crust powder. That is being fed into the refinery, and once you have the fully refined origo crust, we're feeding it into this to make XIRANITE components, which are then being fed into the protocol stash to be transported back to the base. Right now, for the final rates that we have, so these are, of course, 1 full efficiency battery production, so 6 per minute, and then XIRANITE component 3 per minute for those, right? So yeah, this is the farm itself. Now let me quickly showcase how to set it all up, so we can quickly delete this. Also, to make it a bit easier to set up, I actually tried to make a little bit of a sort of like guidance, I guess, if you can call it, right? I'll show you what I mean in a second. To set it up, I would recommend you to start with the right blueprint first, because usually you'll want to place it towards the corner, right? I'm just checking why I can't do it. Oh, I didn't delete the small bridge. Yeah, I have to make sure that I delete everything. Okay, now it's good. So we take the right side, we align it to the very top. As you can see, you want to align the building to the right side and then the belts to the very top right here, right? Now, in order to place the left side, you will need, especially if you only have the smallest hub size unlocked, right? You won't be able to place this unless your HQ building is already in the correct spot. So you will need to push it 12 tiles from the very bottom. The easy way to do this is you can take any 3 width building and just stack 4 of it on top, right? And once you have that done, you can place it just above this. This is an easy way. You can do it with other buildings, right? As long as you're able to easily place it 12 tiles above it, you will be just fine. So yeah, as you can see, we placed it in the correct spot. Then we can take the left blueprint and you can either align it to the top or you can align it to the HQ. Both methods will be relatively easy, right? And yeah, as you can see, we have the final blueprint done. Now to make it a little bit easier, I also tried to place these item control ports. They're actually not leading into anywhere, right? As you can see, this one is not going anywhere, this one is going anywhere. This is purely to make it a little bit easier for you to find where you have to add everything, right? So I've marked these spots for both Sandleaf and Jinkow, right? You don't need to have specifically either the seeds or the plants. You can place both the seeds and the plants. I'm going to showcase with the seeds for now. But yeah, for seeds, as you can see, you need to place some sandleaf seeds into this planter. You'll also want to place some sandleaf seeds into this planter. And there is one more sandleaf which you want to place at the bottom here. So we add this one. So in total, we need to place 3 stacks of sandleaves seeds, right? And then you'll need to place 2 stacks of Jinkow or Yazin seeds, right? Or plants, of course. If you're placing the plant, you want to make sure that you're placing not in the planting building, but in the seeding building. So for the Jinkow, we'll place the seeds here. And we'll place the seeds, as you can see here. I couldn't mark the seeds, unfortunately, because I had a bridge going there. So I just marked the plant for you. I hope that's okay, right? So yeah, we're gonna place the seed picking. No, not the seed picking. Again, the planting. Almost confused myself. I did this mostly as a guidance, right? But yeah, once you have these done, you will want to power it up with some batteries. You can transport some batteries from your own base, or you can just add some of these. This machine actually starts up relatively fast. I think you're able to get it all going with just like 5 or 6 of these WULING batteries. So yeah, once you have this powered up, you'll see that everything will start working. And oh yeah, I almost forgot, you will want to have 2 pumps going. So you'll have 1 pump connecting into this splitter right here, which distributes it along the forge and the planter, and you want another pump going into this one, which will also split it again to the forge and to the planting unit. And yeah, once all of these are done, you will be able to start up. Did I just place in the correct one? Let me just check. Oh yeah, it just takes a little bit of time for the water to start up. But yeah, as you can see, planter working here, working here, working here. The bottom one is duplicating and this one is duplicating. This is pretty much all you need to do. And as you can see, after a few minutes, both your XIRANITE components and your batteries will start working. They will start powering themselves up. And yeah, you will have a perfect little factory for yourself to use. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you want any other specific builds showcased. I know that there have been some requests to do the other WULING items, so I'll get to those in a bit, right? Especially the syringe and the Jinko drink. I just didn't have enough time over the weekend to do that, but I'll make sure to do that soon. And yeah, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.